So here we are, another dose of tempestuous rivalry and heady ambition. It is, of course, the familiar side of the two big Milanese teams preparing to lock horns once more. They've been doing this since 1908, and the contest remains as fiery as ever. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The Milan derby, one of the most eagerly anticipated games in the world. Yet another edition of this never-ending rivalry, Jim.
Well, Peter, a derby with over a century of history and two...
And the shot! And that is one way to get his defending done. And we have our very first corner. DiMarco plays it short. Milan are looking to go forward now. And he cuts out the supply. De Vinter. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Fikayo Tomori has a rare reputation of being one of the few English footballers to succeed particularly well in Italy. And his very front-footed approach to defending has been very impressive. He's very fast for a defender, and that pace allows him to both engage opponents early, while at the same time he can do a lot of covering and recovering, so being able to deal with raw pace is a huge asset these days.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. A probing pass, and he's worked it through. He's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Now it's Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao. Looking for the run. Rafael Leao is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed having made the run and not get picked out.
Can he finish? Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Rafael Leao has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Rabiot. Lovely pass, but can he... Real chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Yeah, he can be proud of himself, the goalkeeper, for rescuing a perilous situation.
Can he get on the end of this? Oh. And he shoots! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? He can get that clear. Big chance, corner. Ricci with the short one. Another corner. Any better luck this time round? Ricci goes short. It's a throw-in. Now it's Pulisic, in towards the back, he rises! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead! Oh, lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Milan have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Now it's Rafael Leao, and he's away. Just the keeper's and a chance! That's another chance! He has done it! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Some heroic goalkeeping, but it... And the first half is done. Some first half thoughts?
Inter really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players, otherwise
Just a quick
this one's as good as
an
done.
exciting one too. We're about to announce today's
Well, the players
watching
definitely
numbers.
know they're in a
Please watch the
derby.
screen
More
if
of
you
the
have a
same to
ticket.
come after the break. You can be sure of that.
Substitution for Inter, number 25, Akanji.
Here we go again
Number
then.
6,
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Now it's Tura. Salmakers. Inter Milan come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Mkhitaryan. Now this could be a chance. Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And here's Thuram. Can he finish? There it is! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Inter are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
We have got ourselves a game here.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Barella.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
And here's Lautaro Martinez. Fratesi. Great chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Paris ended up in no man's land. Estupinian. Defending of the desperate variety. Now it's Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao. Inter Milan, perhaps contemplating their next change here. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Salmakers. Now it's Pulisic. He's under a lot of pressure there. Opts for safety. And Tomori. Ricci. And it's Salmakers. Threads one in.
Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Cleared without hesitation. Can he get it through? Thuram! And that could come back to haunt them.
Oh, I think you could really feel his pain there. He was convinced he'd put his side level.
Substitution in progress.
Milan are making a change now.
Well, the manager must have thought to himself, we're just narrowly ahead, so it's best to withdraw anybody showing signs of fatigue.
Modric tries to play it through, and there's green grass ahead of him. Chalhanoglu. And he's intervened well there. And he's lost his man, and the shots! Oh, what has happened here? No one there. And it's been given all. Takes a shot! Oh, it's there! Dying minutes, and we're all square again. An act of charity gratefully received.
How can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
De Winter kept it. And that will be the final act. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. So there it is.